Is it the high altitude they live in, prize money, or their fit bodies and legs that contributes to their athletic prowess? Since the mid-1960s, Kenyan men have earned the largest share of major honors in international athletics at distances from 800 meters to the marathon. The vast majority of these Kenyan running stars have been Kalenjin. Chamuge, listen as we learn about these interesting people. The Kalenjin are a group of tribes designated as island Nilotes and are descended from Maliri people. They are cousins with the Toga people of Tanzania and Malawi. They are indigenous to East Africa, residing mainly in what was formerly the Rift Valley province in Kenya and eastern slopes of Mount Elgon in Uganda. They number 6,358,113 individuals as per the Kenyan 2019 census, and an estimated 300,000 in Uganda, mainly in Kapchorwa, Kwen, and Bukwa districts. They have been divided into 11 culturally and linguistically related tribes: Kipsigis, Nandi, Sebei, Keio, Marakwet, Sabaot, Pokot, Tugen, Terik, Sengwer, and Ogiek. Linguistic evidence points to the eastern Middle Nile basin south of the Abai River as the nursery of the Nilotic languages, that is, southeast of present-day Khartoum. In the second millennium BC, particular Nilotic-speaking communities began to move southward into present-day South Sudan, where most settled, and that the societies today referred to as the Southern Nilotes pushed further on, reaching what is present-day northeastern Uganda by 1000 BC. Archaeological evidence indicates a highly sedentary way of life and a cultural commitment to a close defensive system for both community and livestock during the Iron Age. Family homesteads featured small individual family stock pens, elaborate gateworks, and entry points and houses facing into the homestead. Defensive methods primarily designed to prove against individual thieves or small groups of rustlers hoping to succeed by stealth. For both males and females, becoming an adult in Kalenjin society was a matter of undergoing an initiation ceremony. Traditionally, these were held about every 7 years. Everyone undergoing the initiation, or tumdo, thereby becomes a member of a named age set, or Ipinda. After male youths were circumcised, they were secluded for lengthy periods during which they were instructed in the skills necessary for adulthood. Afterward, they would begin a phase of warriorhood during which they acted as the military force of the tribe. Elders provided guidance and wisdom. Until the mid-20th century, the Kalenjin did not have a common name and were usually referred to as the Nandi-speaking tribes by scholars and colonial administration officials. Starting in the 1940s, individuals from the various Nandi-speaking tribes who had been drafted to fight in the World War II began using the term Kale or Kore, a term that denoted scarification of a warrior who had killed an enemy in the battle, to refer to themselves. At about the same time, a popular local radio broadcaster by the name of John Chamberlain would introduce his wartime broadcast show with the phrase Kalenjok, meaning I tell you. This would influence a group of 14 young Nandi-speaking men attending Alliance School and who were trying to find a name for their peer group. This identity would be consolidated with the founding of the Kalenjin Union in Eldoret in 1948 and the publication of a monthly magazine called Kalenjin in the 1950s. The basic unit of political organization among the Kalenjins was the Koret or parish. This was a collection of 20 to 100 scattered homesteads. It was administered by a council of adult males known collectively as the Kokwet and was led by a spokesman called Poyot ap Kokwet. This spokesman was someone recognized for his speaking abilities, knowledge of tribal laws, forceful personality, wealth, and social position. At public proceedings, although the Poyot ap Kokwet was the first to speak, all the other elders were given the opportunities to state their opinions. Rather than making decisions himself, the Poyot ap Kokwet expressed the group's opinion, always phrased in terms of a group decision. Traditional Kalenjin religion was based upon the belief in a supreme god, Asis or Cheptalel, represented in the form of the sun, although the sun itself was not considered to be God. Beneath Asis is Elat, who controls thunder and lightning. Spirits of the dead, or Yik, were believed to intervene in the affairs of humans and were placated with sacrifices of meat or beer called koros. Diviners called Orkoik were considered to have magical powers and assisted in appeals for rains or to end floods. Today, majority of them are either Christians or Islam. The colonial period saw the introduction of tea cultivation on a large scale in the Kericho and Nandi highlands. These regions have since played a significant role in establishing Kenya as the world's leading exporter of tea and also in establishing a tea drinking culture among the Kalenjin. Presently, a significant majority of Kalenjin speakers are primarily subsistence farmers. They cultivate grains such as maize and wheat, and to a lesser extent, sorghum and millet, or practice a pastoralist lifestyle, rearing beef, goats, and sheep for meat production. Equally large numbers practice a combination of both farming and livestock rearing. Meat products from the northern areas of West Pokot and Baringo are particularly appreciated for their flavor and are favored in the Rift for the preparation of nyama choma. Ugali, known in Kalenjin as kimnyet, served with cooked vegetables or sochot and milk, form the staples of the Kalenjin diet. The traditional ugali is made of millet and sorghum and is known as sungyot. Similarly, the traditional drink mursik and honey are also popular delicacies. A significant number of Kalenjin have moved to Kenya's cities, where large numbers are employed in the Kenyan government, the army, police force, the banking and finance industry, as well as in business. Kenya's first vice president and Kenya's second president was Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, who was Tugen. Kenya's fifth president, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, is also Kalenjin, coming from the Nandi ethnicity.